Hello.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wulff Den Live, episode 189, the one where we pay our respects to Loot Crate.
What happened?
You didn't hear about this?
No.
They filed for bankruptcy and they're laying off a bunch of staff.
Good. They didn't give us a good affiliate rate. I didn't like them that
They
much.
are, it looks like they're going out of business.
What happened?
In a press release...
It was a good business model.
Yeah, in a press release released overnight, Loot Crate announced plans to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which I think is not the bad one. Like, that's the one you can bounce back from, but it's not looking good.
I take it back. Their affiliate rate was great.
Reports of financial troubles have been circling for a while, including defaulting on a $21 million loan in 2017. Even though Loot Crate has about a 250,000 subscribers, the plan is to try and sell the company, which one of its investors funneling $10 million worth of bankruptcy loans to keep the operation afloat. They're gonna, and in addition to this, they closed the warehouse and they're gonna lay off 150 workers with no plans for severance pay.
Oh, they were at the top of the loot box game.
They were like the number one. Like everybody was subscribed to it at one point.
And everyone was copying
Everybody
them.
was, had affiliate links on YouTube.
They had great. They were starting to do exclusive stuff, and the exclusive stuffs were good. Should have done better with their sponsorships, though.
They were the reason that Star Wars #1, Marvel's Star Wars #1, became the first million selling comic in like 20 years.
Ooh, really?
Because they distributed half of them.
My God.
Yeah.
Anyway, hello Aiden Kelly, hello Gene Koff, hello Lou, hello Skull Candy, hello Ranger Query, hello Rock and Val, hello Guy Namite. Hello everybody.
Hello anyone and everyone who is here.
We got some things to talk about.
We do. Not just the demise of a very niche nerd company.
No, we got a couple things.
Yes.
I guess first thing we should talk about is the head of the show.
Yes.
These SNES controllers that looks like we're getting on the Switch.
Yeah, what's the deal with this?
I'll tell you, Will. So apparently, Nintendo filed they did a little patent filing that is definitely an SNES controller.
Yeah.
Let me make sure everything's right. Okay, everything's good. This is according to Eurogamer, Nintendo Switch SNES controller spotted. Nintendo documentation has detailed an upcoming wireless SNES controller for the Nintendo Switch. Not new.
Right.
Like we have them already,
yeah.
Thanks to 8-Bit Do. But this is an official Nintendo one.
Correct.
One that isn't going to get C indeed. The announced peripheral was spotted today, and the FCC filing is required for its release in the US by Reset Era user Link83. Much of the documentation is confidential, although we've got one diagram of the controller's back portion to gaze at. Note the hack model number used to refer to Nintendo Switch hardware and accessories. So it's just a patent picture of the back of the SNES.
Yeah.
More exciting for fans, perhaps, is what the release of this controller suggests, that Nintendo will finally start adding SNES games into its Nintendo Online Virtual Library. Nintendo released an NES controller for the Switch when it began launching NES games for Nintendo Online subscribers a year ago. 12 months on, we're now getting to the bottom of the barrel of those. There's no official word yet on this controller's release or SNES games appearing for Nintendo Switch Online subscribers. We've asked Nintendo for comment, and of course, they're not going to comment. Oh, I got to mute those. Ooh. Oh, I broke it. So here's the official FCC filing, and it's just the label, the location of the label. That's what the FCC filing is for, the location of the FCC information.
Right.
But that is 100% definitely an SNES controller.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, I don't think patent filings usually mean much.
Typically, no. Companies will file patents for everything just to make sure, even if they don't release a product based on that patent, so that they have control of it. So that if they ever do, nobody else can sue them. Or things like that.
Yeah, they just want to be able to say, we have this idea. And they also want to be able to... They want to get the steps ahead so that if they want to release something, they already have the FCC filings out of the way, They want to protect their patent, and they also want to set the stage or get the ball rolling so that that's the last thing that they have to deal with.
Right.
But a year ago, when Nintendo Switch Online launched, they released the Nintendo Entertainment System controllers that you can only buy if you had Nintendo Switch Online. You can only buy them through Nintendo.
Which we never did.
No, but I'm going to.
Okay.
Because I'm going to want them
Yeah.
to compare them to the Super Nintendo ones when they come out.
Yeah.
These are $60 and you get two. I assume the SNES ones will probably be the same. These charge through the Joy-Con slot.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like this one, according to the patent filing, has that.
Well, it doesn't have like the guide, like the slide guide on it.
Yeah, it also notably doesn't have L and R triggers or bumpers.
Oh, yeah, true.
So it might just be missing.
Well, patents generally, they're not super detailed. So like they could have like parts of it missing.
Yeah, this is just for the location of the label.
Exactly.
So it's not that important, I guess.
Unless, because the Super Nintendo controller has more buttons and therefore is more usable for Switch games than NES controllers are. So maybe they're releasing this as an actual additional controller.
Yeah.
So that's also possible.
Or maybe they left out the slider, the little Joy-Con slider, because we're getting the Switch Lite around the same time as we might be getting Super NES games on the Switch.
Correct.
So this having it, you won't be able to slot this onto the Nintendo Switch Lite because there's no Joy-Con around.
Yeah.
So it would make sense to not have that. Make it USB-C. Have you charge it through USB. That would make more sense. Even though there's no USB port on the Switch Lite, you would need to like have a double-sided USB-C cable or something. So the fact that this controller exists, or at least Nintendo is thinking about it, that's not that exciting. What is exciting is that there's more evidence that we're finally getting Super Nintendo games on the Switch. So a year ago, September 13th to be exact, they announced the NES games for Switch Online. They had a Nintendo Direct, and in it, part of it was detailing Nintendo Switch Online and showing off a bunch of games that were going to come out with it. And previous to that, I don't think we knew anything that we were going to get any Switch Online games,
Right?
Or any NES games on Switch Online. I thought, since we saw this patent filing, I was like, today, you know, Nintendo likes to do things on Wednesdays now.
Yeah,
we're gonna get news of Super Nintendo games today, and I was dead wrong. I also thought that maybe they announced we knew about the Nintendo Entertainment System games in August of last year, but no, it was September.
Yeah.
It was September 13th. And the Wikipedia is wrong for Nintendo Switch Online. It says September 17th, but it was September 13th was when the Nintendo Direct happened.
Okay.
So don't expect to hear anything until, I guess, a few weeks from now. And then I guess the year anniversary of Nintendo Switch Online, or around then, we'll be getting some Super Nintendo games. Dr. Serkan Toto over on Twitter, who is this guy? Believer in Japan, CEO of Tokyo-based game industry consultancy Encantan Games. All right. Well, he says, it should be noted here that months ago already, Japanese business publication Nikkei said it learned that Nintendo indeed plans to add more systems to Switch Online. According to the Nikkei, this would be combined with an additional pricing tier for the service.
Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense because Switch Online is already super cheap. So they probably set it so cheap so that if they wanted to add more things to it, they can like have like a tiered system. Like you get the base model and then like the pro model and things like that.
True. I don't think that's that crazy. Yeah. Especially now we have what? Do we have 40 games in it?
I was trying to look it up. There's no, like, the Wikipedia page doesn't give like a firm number. Nintendo's website does not give a firm number.
You have to sit there and count.
Yeah, which I'm not doing.
I believe it's somewhere around 40 games last time I checked. So it grew pretty big. if they launch this thing with 20 games, I think that's worth like an additional $5
Yeah.
a month. As long as they're good. And I bet you the Super Nintendo games are going to be much better than the NES games that launched with Nintendo Switch Online.
This says there were 20 games at launch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
No. Well.
But yeah, the NES games, they weren't that great. The ones that launched. To be fair, there's not many great NES games.
I mean, there are some good ones, but
there are some good ones, but there's not a lot of great ones.
Yeah.
There are a lot of great Super Nintendo games, though.
Yes.
So this is what a lot of people have been asking for. Somebody said that Nintendo said that we would get Super Nintendo games. I don't remember them saying that
I think they did like back in the like when the Switch was that first Switch commercial came out, and they started talking about all the things they were planning on doing with it. One of them was like talking about what's going to happen with Virtual Console. That was when the rumors of like GameCube games were also like.
That's what I was going to say. People think that Nintendo said that we would get GameCube games, but that's not true. People just assumed we were going to.
I thought they said they were getting.
No, people said that they were working on 3 GameCube games.
Okay.
They never said we were actually getting GameCube games ever. I'd like to point out that Adolf Honkler in the chat says it's per year, not per month. Thank you. I said $5 per month. I meant $5 extra for the year, or even since it's yearly, $10 extra for the year. Like it's $20 now a year. Make it $30 for the NES, SNES games. Yeah, but make them damn good SNES games.
Well, I'm sure like we'll probably get like half of what was on the SNES Classic, and then they'll just roll out more from there.
We need 20 games.
At least.
There were 21 on the SNES Classic, correct?
Yeah.
So yeah, we need at least 20. It doesn't need to be all the ones on the SNES Classic because that was a primo collection.
Also, like one of those games is Street Fighter, and like there's already a Street Fighter collection, unless they're gonna repackage the SNES version.
I think we're gonna get a lot of crap. We're gonna get all the Nintendo official licensed ones, and then we're gonna get some crap. We're gonna get like 10 good ones and 10 like we got all those sports games for NES. Yeah. Those are garbage.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna get stuff like that.
Well, I was trying to look up because it's the NES games on Switch Online are weird because you got a whole bunch of random ones for the most part. But you look at the official list and you're missing things like Mega Man, like Castlevania, and like, other ones here and there. And that's because a lot of companies are doing their own thing. Yeah. They're releasing their own collections. There's the Mega Man collection with all the Mega Man games, the Castlevania collection, Contra. So other companies, specifically Capcom and Konami, but like other companies as well, they're going that route instead of like bundling it in Switch Online. So if that's going to affect the NES games, that'll definitely affect the SNES games.
A lot of people would prefer buying games piecemeal, buying games individually instead of having it be part of this like monthly or yearly service.
Right.
And so a lot of people would probably prefer having these companies with their licensed retro games release them individually.
Right.
So I don't think there's anything wrong with Capcom releasing their collection, Sega releasing their collection. Yeah. But I also think it's great that Nintendo is doing a service or adding to their service that already exists.
Yeah.
And putting their games in there. Because every other company charges for their online. Yeah. Now Nintendo is doing it for a lot cheaper. Yeah. And giving you the classic games that I would have paid for anyway.
Yeah. The best classic games library there is, really.
I think the NES Classic and the SNES Classic, those are the best classic games.
Well, I'm saying like Nintendo has the best retro game library. So for less than the competitors, they're giving you a sliver of that.
That is true.
Yeah.
Khan in the chat says, Bob, every YouTube video of the new NES games has 10 times more dislikes than likes. That's saying something. So why is Nintendo waiting? It has it has a crap ton of dislikes. Anytime anybody mentions Nintendo Switch Online, they get a crap ton of dislikes. Yeah. Because people just don't like that they have to pay for online now all of a sudden. And people miss that the virtual console.
It's not just that. It's also because they miss virtual consoles, because they don't like the selection of games on Switch Online. If they don't like the stupid app you have to use on your phone.
That too. And their online service is pretty garbage.
Yeah.
If you ever try to play an official Nintendo game online, you're going to have some problems.
Although somehow Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 worked fine.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 works fine. And Splatoon 2 works pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll say. Mario Maker is incredibly disappointing. It's so hard to play with any bit of lag. You'll be in the middle of a jump and it'll lag like slightly and then you're just dead. And that's it. We got a bunch of stuff that I forgot to read before. Tempest, Renee, Carlos Rivera, Arthur Barros, Deceptijon, Eric Henley, Jose Espinoza, Striker XL. Thank you for being members here on YouTube. Also, Freddie Martinez, thank you for the $1. Shadow Dodger, thank you for the $2. Waka Waka Waka. Vertedero Constante, thank you for the 5,000 ping.
I'm going to look that up.
Red Stonia, thank you for the 10 knock. You look that
I
one
will
up
look
too.
that up. Oh, no. Didn't we look up knock once?
I don't know, but Opie Zoid gave us $2 and said there are 47 unique NES games on Switch Online.
All right, I'm going to come back to that. Knock is Norwegian krone. And how much did he give us? 10.
10. I think it was blue, so that's like $1.
Yeah, it's like $1.
How did I just spill coffee?
And then what was the other one? Ping.
Ping. I'm going to say that is Korean? Some sort of Southeast Asian.
Paraguana.
Nope. Where the hell is that?
And that's about $1 as well.
What's the population of Paraguana?
Oh, hold on. Paraguay.
Oh.
It's in Paraguay.
Okay. Still don't know where that is. But I've heard of it.
It's in South America.
Hey, thanks for the
Thanks for
5,000
the
of
money.
your currency.
Yeah. So 47 Switch Online
There are
games.
47.
I'm
Nintendo Switch
assuming
Online games.
that includes all the special games that they put out, like the SP version of Zelda.
True. There's only a handful of special ones.
Right.
So I'm going to say there's around 40.
Okay. So here's the thing. There are around 40 games available for Switch Online. The Nintendo Entertainment System had an official licensed library of 678. So we only have like a tiny fraction of NES games available for Switch Online. I feel like even if we're going to start getting SNES games, stopping here is a mistake.
I don't think we're stopping.
Okay.
I don't think we're stopping. Well, okay. There's 600 games in the library.
Yeah.
But they're trying to release their best ones, and we're getting a lot of crap. Even out of the 47 or so, 40 to 47 that we have, there's a lot of garbage games.
Right. Well,
So I don't think they're going to stop, but maybe they should.
maybe. I assume we're not going to get like the licensed games. Like we're not going to get Batman. We're not going to get Ninja Turtles or anything like that. But you can at least get some other things in here. If I recognize, like A Boy and His Blob, I think we can get. Or I don't think Bubble Bobble is on Switch Online yet. And things like that.
I'm looking through.
There are the Castlevania games, but again, those are in the collection. I'm just saying, like, I feel like there should be a lot more than there is. Like, yeah, there's going to be a lot.
It's because of the license stuff. The license stuff really screws it up.
Well, there's a lot of licensed stuff, and then you got all this unlicensed stuff. Like, I just passed it, and it's a Scott Pilgrim reference. Crash and the Boys. There's no reason why that shouldn't be on here. Bad Dudes should be on here.
Is that? Well, yeah.
That's Data East. I mean, I'm sure they released it like as part of like the Johnny Arcade, whatever, but it's not the NES version. That's a different type of game.
I just went to the list of Super Nintendo games
Yeah.
to look at how many were published by Nintendo. And you know what? It's a very small fraction.
Really?
Yeah. It's a very small fraction.
Interesting.
Of games. So I think we're going to be in the same boat here.
Yeah.
I don't know which ones published by Nintendo are going to be like Dr. Mario. We're probably going to get Dr. Mario for the Super Nintendo. Who really cares about that? Earthbound would be great.
Yeah.
people would go nuts. But that's not on the Super Nintendo Classic, is it?
It is.
Oh, it is.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, so then we'll probably get
There
it.
you go. What was it? Earthbound Beginnings isn't on Switch Online yet, and that came out on the Wii U of all things.
Yeah, they hate that game for some reason.
I forgot what it was. Like they translated it to English. It was done, but then I don't think it sold well in Japan. So no, the Super Nintendo had just come out, so they're like, nah, let's not put this out.
There's games like this one, Battle Clash. Like that's probably gonna come to Switch Online for Super Nintendo. It's gonna be like Power Suko Band. It's gonna be like weird stuff like that. That's published by Nintendo. I would love to see more licensed stuff, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. Especially because companies like Capcom and
Capcom was put out the Disney Saturday Afternoon collection, which was the 4 Disney Afternoon games that they made. So Darkwing Duck, DuckTales 1 and 2, Tailspin. They made a collection of that. But I don't think they're going to...
And Mega Man.
Yeah, and the Mega Man collection,
and Street Fighter and all that stuff. So I don't think we're going to see them want to give that up for Switch Online at all.
Yeah,
Why would they do that? But anyway, I went to Game Rankings to get a list of the best SNES games.
Okay.
Game Rankings kind of screwed up here. Like the list isn't as nice as the Game Boy list. But anyway, all-time best rated SNES games, top 10. You got Super Metroid number 1, 96.55.
Yes.
Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, a lot of people love that game.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That it's rated higher than... Well, anyway, Chrono Trigger is number 3.
Yeah.
That needs to be on...
yeah.
Oh, but that's Square.
Oh, yeah, so they might want to do something with that.
They might be able to work that out because they're not doing anything with Chrono Trigger, right?
Well, Square has so far only released the 3D Final Fantasy games on Switch. They haven't done anything with like the 2D ones. So like Final Fantasies 1 through 6.
Yeah, I don't see anything about Chrono Trigger coming to Nintendo Switch at all.
And the numbering is all screwy with the 2D Final Fantasy games. So
what do you mean?
because like Final Fantasy 2 and 3 on Super Nintendo is really like Final Fantasy 4 and 6 in Japan.
Oh yeah.
So are they going to do the American version, or are they going to do the proper numbering? If they do the proper numbering, we'll probably get one of the modern remakes. Yeah,
I mean, if they get Square to cooperate with Chrono Trigger, Square could just do it on their own and put the Final Fantasy games in there with it.
I feel like Square would want to do it on their own.
They should.
Yeah.
They'd make a lot of money. But, I mean, Nintendo could also coerce them into doing it. Anyway, number 4 is Super Mario World. Number 5 is Final Fantasy 3.
Which is Final Fantasy 6. That's what I'm talking about.
Is it still screwy, the numbering? Or did they overlap eventually?
No, they fixed... Well, when Final Fantasy 7 came out, they're just like, you know what? Screw it. This is 7, and then every game after that is the proper number. Then they went back, like, every re-release was like, they fixed the title. So eventually this got re-released as Final Fantasy VI.
Oh my good lord. Yeah. Anyway, Super Mario Kart is number 6. Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past is all the way down to number 7. 8 is Donkey Kong Country 2. 9 is Super Mario RPG, which 110% needs to be one of the launch games.
Yeah.
People would go nuts over there. They'd make a lot of money with that game as one of the launch games. Number 10 is Donkey Kong Country. Then they have a list of like most popular, and Chrono Trigger is the number 1 most popular.
I think that's just a list of like, what's searched on
Probably.
game rankings.
That would make the most sense. Yeah, why the hell ain't Mega Man X one of the top 10 best games on the SNES?
Oh, I'm sure there was somebody who's like, oh, I don't like the current design of X. I prefer...
Oh my God, that is probably I would say it's my favorite game on the Super Nintendo, and I might say it is the best game on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, a lot of people would say that.
Yeah, so I don't know why the hell that ain't even in the top 10. Super Mario World is also a must-play game on the Super Nintendo.
Absolutely. Super Metroid as well.
I've never played it.
I have, but I've always wanted to play it to completion, and I feel like if it's on the Switch, I will, because I've always wanted it like on the portable.
Yeah, especially if it comes with Switch Online.
Yeah,
that's one of the first games I'll
That's like
play.
the perfect portable game.
Super Mario Kart, I'd say pass. Like, put it on there. It's important.
It's so weird because like every Mario Kart has like a group of people that like is nostalgic for just that Mario Kart.
Yeah.
And like everybody knows Mario Kart 8 is the best. Like, that's the best Mario Kart game ever released. But if you put on, like, Mario Kart 64, everyone's going to be like, oh, you got Mario Kart 64? Man, screw the new game. Let's play that one.
I know a lot of people who are buying, like, the Super 64 and all that, and the RetroFast controller.
Yeah.
Because they, like, have Mario Kart nights on the 64, and they have a bunch of friends over to play it.
Exactly.
So, to some people, they pull out their retro consoles for, like, these party games and stuff. But yeah, Super Mario Kart, the original, you've played it a million times.
Yeah.
It's gotten better and better.
Yeah.
A Link to the Past is probably a must-play if you've never played that.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of Zelda fans who have never played A Link to the Past. I think
that
A Link
doesn't
to the
surprise
Past
me.
is one of the best, if not the best, Zelda games.
Yeah.
I would say Breath of the Wild is the best Zelda game. But A Link to the Past is also
I think,
up there.
and hear me out on this, we've reached the point where it's like Sonic the Hedgehog. The 3D version has now outlived the 2D version. There are more 3D Zelda and Sonic games than there are 2D Zelda and Sonic games. And a lot of more people grew up with the 3D version than did the 2D version.
That's hard to think about
And it's
with
very
Sonic. With Sonic specifically.
It's very hard to think about, but I think it's true.
It is true.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Yeah. Hashtag Wolf's right. But yeah, no, this is great that we're getting Super Nintendo games. Hopefully they do start releasing more systems now, and hopefully it doesn't take a year to get more systems out. Because by the time they're ready to put out GameCube games, Switch 2 will be out.
I don't think we're going to be getting GameCube games anytime soon. I think
They really should, because there's currently no legal way to play GameCube games without going to a convention and buying old games.
I mean, they were teasing GameCube games for a really long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they did it purposely, but like we knew that they were working on GameCube games for a really long time.
I think Resident Evil 4 is the only GameCube game available on Switch right now.
I just don't see a good way, and Zero. I don't see a good way of them releasing GameCube games onto the Switch. Like we're gonna have, we got the NES games first, then we're getting the SNES games, then we're probably gonna get N64 games, which would be awesome, and then after that's GameCube.
Yeah.
But the GameCube games, GameCube is I don't like, for something like the Super Nintendo games, they could just fart out a ROM, you know what I mean?
Right.
GameCube, they gotta like make sure it's gonna run right.
Right. No.
And they might have to like retouch them like a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They would have to like create a brand, like a GameCube emulator to run on Switch, and something that can like upscale them to like a decent quality. So no, I know it's going to be work, and it's going to be harder because it's a later gen console.
Exactly.
But I think, you know, if anyone can do it, it's Nintendo.
Yeah. But that's why I don't think we're gonna get like 20 free GameCube games.
No,
like
we're not going to get
out.
something like that. If anything, this would be a la carte. Or they would do like the GameCube Bundle Volume 1, the GameCube Bundle Volume 2.
True. So then, next year, do Nintendo 64 and then also do GameCube games a la carte. Let's do that. Do that, Nintendo. We figured it out for you.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Also, Game Boy games.
Yeah.
Like, we should be getting a Game Boy Classic anytime soon.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what
I've never thought we were going to get Game Boy Classic, but now more than ever, it's the 30th anniversary of the Game Boy. Why aren't there Game Boy games on?
I was talking to somebody, I think on stream yesterday. I said, I think Nintendo should make a new Game Boy.
Yes.
You know all the little like Chinese like knockoffs, like the Bit Boy and stuff that I get?
Yeah.
Nintendo should just make one of those, put some Wi-Fi in it, have it download to an SD card, and then you have a brand new little tiny Game Boy, and it's like $50. That would be awesome. You know?
Yeah.
But they're never gonna do that.
No.
All right. Anyway, we got more stuff here.
Yes.
Snow Dodger 1. Thank you for the $2. Yes, I'm Shadow Dodger. Snow Dodger is my sister. What happened? What is happening? JC McCowan with $5. NES controllers plus Mario Maker 2 best D-pad. Pretty fun to play Modern Mario with an NES controller. Just need to change settings to get B and A working right.
That's interesting. Using the...
Oh, NES controller. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah. So they originally said that the NES controller that they released for Nintendo Switch Online, they originally said that that's not going to work with any games but the NES games.
Right.
Turned out not to be true. It works for everything. It just works a little weird for other
it
things.
works very weird.
So these Super Nintendo controllers are probably going to work with everything. It's just not sure how well they're going to work with everything. The 8-bit 2 controllers, that D-pad perfectly mimics a Super Nintendo controller. So I have no doubt that the Nintendo version is going to be pretty much the exact same.
Yeah.
Flag Bag with $2 says, I'm eating pizza. It tastes great.
Well, of course it does. It's pizza.
Dude. And Duffman 716, $10. Keep up the great work, guys. Final Fantasy World was on NES Classic, so maybe Square can play with Nintendo and release Chrono Trigger. That was on the NES Classic.
Yes.
They were able to license those games easier.
Yeah.
Having it be part of a service, then they have to pay royalty fees every month to.
Well, there are third-party games on Switch Online.
Like what?
Like Double Dragon.
Who's
Technos?
Yeah, are these all old companies that don't exist anymore?
No, because Technos is now owned by Taito. They still exist. Ghosts and Goblins, that's Capcom. Gradius, that's Konami.
So Capcom does play along.
Tecmo Bowl, that's Tecmo.
Tecmo's not doing anything.
Yeah, River City Ransom. Yeah, so there are.
Capcom, what was that? Ghosts and Goblins?
Yeah, Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah, they weren't going to do anything with that. There's no like bundle they can throw that into, you know what I mean?
There are other Ghosts and Goblins games.
Yeah, they can release a bundle of Ghosts and Goblins games.
You'd be surprised. People would go away.
Capcom's been doing Mega Man bundle, Street Fighter bundle.
The Disney bundle.
Like
Resident Evil.
Yeah, they're not going to just do Ghosts and Goblins.
They could. There's Ghosts and Goblins, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Maximo. Everyone, people would buy them and then complain that the games are too hard. Because they are.
So we could get some licensed games.
Yes.
But they're going to be like the Tecmo Bowl.
Dude, people still do roster updates for Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah, Tecmo Bowl isn't good. I know that's like everybody like goes nuts because it's like a football game and it was one of the only ones. There's also football on the NES.
No,
that game also
people go nuts
sucks.
for Tecmo Bowl because it's an 8-bit game that was like one of the best representations of actual football.
At the time.
At the time.
And guess what they were working with, Will? They were working with garbage. All the other sports games were also trash, Will.
I mean...
There's not one good sports game for the NES.
Probably not.
Ice hockey is like the closest you can get. That game sucks. They're all hard as hell.
Yeah.
All right. The Gamer Collective says, where did you get your Mega Man X canvases in the background? I took a screenshot. No. I might have just Google image searched it and then blew it up in Photoshop and printed them out. I think I have a video on it. Somebody try to link him the video. Ross Campbell says a new Game Boy that can play all of the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance library would sell like nuts.
That would be nice.
How well do nuts sell? That and also like people can make new games for it.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason why like Shovel Knight can't run on a little tiny Game Boy like that. All right. Anyway, that's enough of NES stuff. We get it. We're getting Super Nintendo games eventually one of these days.
Yes.
But right now, we know for certain we're getting a Sega Genesis Mini.
Yes.
Why the hell didn't we get one?
Because it's not out yet.
So every other YouTuber on the planet's getting one.
Oh yeah, that's
and I'm
right.
mad about
What the hell? We've been like, raising the flag for the Genesis since we started. Clearly.
Sega. What's going on here, Sega?
We need a Sega contact because this is bogus.
That costs like $400 in a relationship.
I know.
So that's Sonic right there.
I know the things we do for the Hedgehog.
Anyway.
And on this, the 30th anniversary of the Sega Genesis release in America. No, that's true. Today is the 30th anniversary. Is the release of the Sega Genesis.
Oh, that must be why the embargo lifted today on all this Sega Genesis stuff.
All this stuff is technically preview stuff. Nobody's actually reviewed it yet.
So, but people are getting consoles.
Right, they're getting consoles and they're talking about it, but these aren't like official reviews. The Polygon article said like this isn't like an actual review. We can just tell you like what's on it and why we like it so much, which is basically a review.
So what? They're not allowed to say what's wrong with it?
No, because it's so weird. Let me see if I can look up exactly what it said.
You look that up. I'm going to read this part of The Verge's article.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't review it? I don't know.
I don't know.
The Sega Genesis Mini builds on what made Nintendo's tiny consoles great. It's been 3 years since the breakout success of Nintendo's tiny NES Classic, but the miniature console wars are finally heating up. First, Nintendo followed up with the slightly improved SNES Classic, and then Sony jumped in with the somewhat disappointing PlayStation Classic, which you can now get for $20.
I almost bought one
at
for
Target.
$20.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
Now it's Sega's turn, and while the company is late to the party, Sega, unlike Sony, seems to have learned from its predecessors. The Sega Genesis Mini is shaping up to be the best retro console to date.
Damn.
That is a tall order there.
Yeah.
Because the NES Classic and the SNES Classic are great retro consoles. You probably already knew the basics. The Sega Genesis Mini looks just like, well, a mini Genesis to the point that it seems more like a toy than a console. Sega says it's 55% smaller than the original Genesis. That's
a little more than half.
And the original Genesis was massive.
Yeah.
Why did my computer just freak out like that?
All
right, we're good. We're back.
All right.
It costs $80, $79.99. Connects to your TV via an included HDMI cable. Comes with two 3-button USB controllers that are solid replicas of the original Genesis gamepad, and features 42 built-in games that puts it at the same price point as the SNES Classic and a bit cheaper than the PlayStation Classic's $100 price tag. Not anymore, though.
Yeah.
PlayStation Classic is a much better deal now. For that money, you get around twice as many included games as the other mini systems. I wonder if you can use the 8-bit Do controller.
Well, so it's USB, the controllers.
Mm-hmm.
So you would need like that 8-bit Do USB Bluetooth transmitter. When they make a Nintendo version, they make a PlayStation version. They'll probably come out with a Sega version for this, which will just be the same dongle, just colored black. But Retrobit, because the controllers that came with it are three button controllers.
Correct.
But there are some games on here, like Street Fighter, are better with the 6-button controllers. Retrobit made replica Genesis controllers, replica 6-button Genesis controllers, and both original Genesis 9-pin connector and USB connector.
I saw those at they sell those at like local retro game stores.
Yeah,
I've seen them.
So you can get those and they plug in easily. You can just use them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 8-bit Do ones that we have are the 6-button.
Yeah. Well, 8-bit Do only makes 6-button ones.
But the only adapter that we have is for an actual Sega Genesis.
Yeah, so you would probably have to get...
Or the analog.
You'd have to get that USB one that they sell.
Because it would be nice to have the 6-button. But,
yeah.
I mean, I like this one better for games like Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because there's no reason to have 6 buttons for Sonic. Every button does the same thing.
Yeah.
Really, the game library is the highlight of Sega Genesis Mini. The hardware is mostly what you'd expect. It's cute and small and solid in an unremarkable way. The library is not only huge, but it covers a lot of ground. For reference, here's the full list. I'm not reading the full list.
All right. Well, we got a lot.
We got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
We got Sonic the Hedgehog. We got Echo the Dolphin. Castlevania. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Castle of Illusion and World of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse. 2 different Mickey Mouse games.
That's a big license.
Yeah.
Comic Zone. Toe Jam and Earl. What else do we got?
Altered Beast, Shinobi 3, Streets of Rage 2, Earthworm Jim, Contra Hardcore, Mega Man: The Wily Wars.
Yes.
Which was only released in Europe and only released in America as part of the Sega Channel.
We talked about that on the show. That is a big deal.
That's a very big deal.
That's going to be on that.
You got Phantasy Star 4. You got Vector Man. You got Road Rash 2. You got Strider. You got Alicia Dragoon. You have Columns. You have Tetris and Darius, which never officially came out.
Damn.
Either of those games.
Notable omissions here. Sonic 3.
Yes.
Sonic and Knuckles. And Sonic 2.
Sonic 2's on there.
Never mind. Why didn't they put all the Sonic games together? Why isn't this list in alphabetical order?
I don't know.
Also, I don't see Revenge of Shinobi.
That's got to be on here.
I keep forgetting which one I like more. I think I like Shinobi 3 more.
I think you do, because every time we play Revenge of Shinobi, you're like, I don't like this game.
Shinobi 3 is the better one. Shinobi 3 is... Now, Shinobi 3 is one of the top 3 best Sega Genesis games.
Oh, absolutely.
Here he is riding a freaking rocket surfboard. And you can't see it because it's all the way down the freaking screen. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, yes, Shinobi 3 is on here, and that's the best one. Who cares about Revenge of Shinobi?
Yeah.
Forget I even said anything. Some of these are obvious inclusions. Of course, you're going to get Sonic the Hedgehog and Echo the Dolphin in a retro Sega package, and it would feel like something was missing without Gunstar Heroes. Gunstar Heroes is another fantastic game. And Streets of Rage 2. Comic Zone is here because, well, it always is for some reason. I have to agree with the Verge guy here.
Pretty much true.
Other inclusions are more surprising. Third-party titles like Castle of Illusion or Castlevania Bloodlines, and the not especially memorable fighter Eternal Champions.
Yeah, Castlevania Bloodlines has never really been re-released until now, which is a big deal.
What's great about the lineup, though, is how it spans many different genres and playstyles. In particular, there are several excellent multiplayer games. Streets of Rage 2 is still a lot of fun with a friend, alongside titles like Phantasy Star 4 that can play for hours alone. The package is also rounded out with unexpected games that never actually released on the Genesis, including Tetris and the 1987 arcade shooter Darius. They're not quite as cool as the addition of the unreleased Star Fox 2 on the SNES Classic, but they're still welcome add-ons. What could they have possibly had that would be as cool as that?
Yeah, the closest thing that they have really is Tetris and Darius. Because I think there only exist 3 copies of Tetris for Genesis.
There's that Sonic game. I think it was Sonic. I don't think it was a Genesis game, though. I think it was a Sonic CD game.
Sonic Crackers?
Extreme or something?
Oh, Sonic Extreme, yeah.
Yeah, but that definitely was not finished.
Yeah, no, that was not finished.
No
And that was a Saturn game.
That's what it was. So that was never going to happen.
Yeah.
So the closest thing I think that they have to something like a Star Fox 2 is Wily Wars, which is a game that came out. We just never got it in America. Not only are the games themselves great, but the conversions are about as perfect as you can get. This shouldn't be too much of a surprise. The porting for all of the games was handled by M2, a studio that made a name for itself with pitch-perfect translations of classic Sega titles, including the recently released Virtua Racing on the Switch.
They also handled the Genesis collection for Switch and Xbox One and PS4. They are the best port house when it comes to taking old games and putting on modern systems.
The Genesis collection for the Switch is really, really good.
Yeah.
And the emulation is near perfect.
Yeah.
I would say.
I am currently playing Comic Zone on that, and I'm using Invincibility because that's the only way to play that game.
Not even just using save states?
Yeah, Invincibility.
That's sad.
It's sad, but...
Should at least be using save states.
I'm using save states.
At most.
Yeah, I'm definitely using save states, but I'm also using the invincibility cheat because you play the game without it and tell me it's doable. Go on. I dare you.
As the previous mini consoles, you have a variety of display options letting you render the games in the original 4x3, stretch out to 16:9, or add on a filter to replicate a CRT TV.
If you play the game stretched out to 16:9, please unsubscribe.
I learned something when doing my M Classic review, and Nintendo was pointing this out. The signal coming from retro consoles is 3x2 most of the time.
Yeah.
But it's just that the CRT screens would stretch it out to 4x3.
Yeah.
So pixel perfect, I guess you would say, is 3x2.
I think so. Pixel perfect is technically the very square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, well, no, then that's not 3x2. That's 1x1.
Yeah.
Well, no, it doesn't actually, when you do pixel perfect on the SNES Classic or the NES Classic, it's not square.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, no, pixel perfect is the square one.
I don't think it's...
On the NES Classic, it is.
I don't think it's exactly square. I think it's 3x2 is what I'm trying to say, is that it just, the pixels are perfectly square, but the entire screen is 3x2.
Hold on.
Because then why the hell else would the signal be 3x2? It's almost square because it's 3x2.
Yeah, look. Pixel Perfect is more square than the other one.
Yeah, it's definitely more square. But I'm telling you, I think it's 3x2. Which is almost square.
Yeah.
The pixels are square. The pixels are perfectly square.
Yes.
The 4x3 stretches it out a little bit to make it feel like it did on a CRT TV. I don't know why I like Pixel Perfect, but that's not how the games were intended to be played.
No, well, I feel Pixel
4x3
Perfect is
is
what a
probably
lot of
the best
emulators use. So, like, if you're used to playing a game on an emulator, then that's probably fine for you.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I've gotten more used to playing them in an emulator for some reason.
Yeah.
Atten just texted me and said Genesis Mini comes out the day before the Switch Lite.
Yeah, it comes out September 19th.
Wow. Yeah. It's going to be a busy week. Why do that? I'm not making 2 videos. And Greg's getting married that weekend, Will. It's going to be
It's going to be a big... And Borderlands comes out on the 13th.
Get out. Who cares about that?
I know, right?
Another
Thank
thing
you.
comes out on the 13th, Will. Me.
You came out already.
My
You're
birthday.
You're just turning 30.
My birthday.
Old man.
I'm not 30 yet. Still got a few weeks.
Yeah.
All right, well, here's the HDMI out, the DC in, which is
Just mini USB.
Mini USB. Yeah.
Micro USB, rather.
Also, the analog is also the same.
Yeah.
thing. This is a beautiful console. It even has a little expansion slot on the bottom.
Yeah, so you can take the expansion slot cover off. You can play with the volume switch. The dust cover for the cartridges move. They're spring loaded.
Damn.
The attention to detail is incredible.
And then there's perhaps the Verge article writer's favorite feature. The menu music is a kick-ass new song from legendary Streets of Rage composer Yuzo Koshiro. According to Sega, he made the track using a YM2612 sound chip from the original Genesis. All of these elements, the home button, the huge library, the music, combine to make a product that actually improves on what Nintendo has done in many ways.
Yes. That is cool that they got him back to do a brand new menu music for, because Streets of Rage has incredible music.
That is true.
Also, fun fact of what they did, you can change the region in the Genesis Mini, so you can change it to like Europe and Japan. And if you do that, not only is the menu different and the box art are different, but the games are different. So if you load up the Japanese Contra Hardcore, it's actually an easier game.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because the PlayStation Classic has only the European version. Well, most of the games are the European version. And that means that they run at 50 hertz.
Yeah.
They're like, it's a garbage file.
Yeah. That is such a boneheaded.
So that is amazing that they would include just a completely different ROM.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it also people kind of want the Famicom Classic and the Super Famicom Classic because the games are different.
Yeah.
And for this, you don't need a different. You just friggin' just load up the different region.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So that's it on Sega Genesis Classic. I want it.
Yeah.
Now more than I ever wanted
I don't
it.
need it. Like I have the Genesis collection on Switch.
I have
an analog NT. I have not an analog NT, an analog SG. I have my wife's Genesis that I can hook up through the FrameMeister or the OSSC. I have so many different ways to play a Sega Genesis, and I still want this.
Yeah, we have so many ways to play Sega Genesis games. My only problem, which is going to dock some points, is that there's no Sonic 3.
Yeah,
They got to figure that out.
I know they really.
Top 2 best Sega Genesis games: Shinobi 3 and Sonic 3.
Yeah,
and Knuckles. Knuckles gets roped in there.
And Knuckles.
So they need to figure out Sonic 3.
Yeah,
it is probably the best game on the Genesis. It's the one that I would say everybody needs to play in their lifetime. They need to play Sonic 3. There's whatever the problem is with licensing or whatever, figure it out.
Yeah.
If it's the music, just freaking put other music in there.
Yeah.
Or just freaking license the music.
Yeah.
Just license the music.
I mean, look, they're good. Clearly the Jackson family wants money. So,
I think they're just afraid of being sued. I don't think that there actually is like a lawsuit against them.
I don't know because
of the music.
they've re-released it on like Xbox Live Arcade, on the Wii Virtual Console. It's available on Steam.
There was just a certain time where they were like, we can't do this anymore. We can't have Sonic 3.
There hasn't been a re-release of Sonic 3 since I think like 2010.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Somewhere along like 2010, somewhere time after 2010, they were like, we can't release this game because we might get sued. Or maybe they got a cease and desist or something. If you didn't know, there's like some controversy over whether or not Michael Jackson had anything to do with the music on Sonic 3. It's been confirmed and unconfirmed like a million times. He's not credited, but it's very clear that he was definitely influenced. What I think, my opinion, is that Michael Jackson had something to do with it. His writer had a lot more to do with it.
Yeah.
The guy who wrote music with Michael Jackson. And then something happens, like there was some whole scandal where they didn't want their name attached to Michael Jackson.
So depending on who you ask, if you ask Sega, they took his name. They stopped working with him because that was around the same time as the child molestation allegations. But if you ask anybody related to like anybody who was close to Michael at the time, they said it's because he didn't like the way his music was sounding through the Genesis
Michael
soundtrack.
said that.
Yeah.
I think they canceled the deal and then used the music anyway.
Yeah.
Because the music is very clearly Michael Jackson influenced. So they just didn't want his name attached to it for whatever reason.
According to the Wikipedia page, At Games, who was briefly involved with the Genesis Mini's development, said that the reason why Sonic 3 is not on here is due to the licensing problems with the soundtrack.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
A PC version was released on Steam in 2011 as Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So that is the last official release of Sonic 3 that I can find. 2011.
They need to figure out that licensing problem because that's one of the best games and it has one of the best soundtracks.
Yes.
Yeah, and At Games, horrible port house.
Oh, yeah.
They make terrible ports, and they've made previous... Sega has been making classic consoles forever.
Yeah.
They were doing it way before Nintendo did. They just made terrible versions.
Yes.
Because this company, At Games, did it. You could buy them at freaking Rite Aid.
Yeah.
Behind the counter. And they were garbage. The audio would run like faster than the game. It was horrible. Stirflex with $2. Hello from Queens, New York. Love the content. Hello.
Hello.
Cal Kilgore with $5. Keep on keeping on, boys.
Thanks. I think we will.
Titus U. Cooper says, admin, ask Bob, where did he get that shirt? I got the shirt on TeePublic. This is Gray Fox from Metal Gear
Gray Fox!
Solid. Hey! You're that ninja.
We're not tools of the government or anyone else. Wait, one more. In the Royal Army, we didn't hunt foxes, we hunted jackals. Instead of foxhounds, we used Royal Harriers. A cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal. All right, I'm done.
Is that a Gray Fox quote?
That was a Liquid Snake into a Gray Fox quote.
DJ Kinda or Kidna says, I lost it. I don't think it was the Jackson music. It was Ice Cap Zone. Why?
Okay. Because Ice Cap Zone is pretty much an exact copy of the song Hard Times by the band The Jetsons. And the writer of that song, Brad Buxler, was Michael Jackson's writer during the time of Sonic 3. And he's actually credited in Sonic 3. He has his name in the credits.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think that Michael Jackson definitely had something to do with it.
Yeah.
His writer definitely had something to do with it. It's documented.
Yeah.
I just think that the deal fell through and then they used the music anyway.
Yeah.
And that's where the problems
lie. There was a PC version of Sonic 3 that was released like back in the 90s during the Saturn era. I think it was like the Sonic and Knuckles collection or whatever. And it has Sonic 3 on there, but certain levels, the levels that sounded most like Michael Jackson songs, had different music. It's terrible, but there's your out. Like you can put those songs in there. Christian Whitehead, when he was porting Sonic 3 to the iPhone, he even said, I found the old music, we can use that instead.
Just have Hyper Potions redo it.
Yeah.
Or
T-Lopes.
Yeah, T-Lopes. Yeah. Just
Just do it.
Or Vanillux Pavilion does our music. Yeah, there's no reason not to do it.
Yeah.
Rockin' Val, thanks for being a member here on YouTube.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Did you read Kyle Kilgore?
Yes.
$5. Keep on keeping on, boys.
I sure did.
All right, then I will shut up.
All right. There's more to do.
Yes.
There's more Sega stuff. Sega releases its very own Sonic the Hedgehog back to school range.
Oh boy.
There's not much news this week, Will. But
I know, there really wasn't.
I thought this was really cool, and I kind of want this.
Oh, yeah. Oh God.
Check this out. You got the stupid lunchbox. That is dumb. You should get this lunchbox.
I kind of want this lunchbox.
Because you use a lunchbox.
I do use a lunch. I use a Justice League lunchbox that I take to my 9 to 5, my adult job. And I should really bring this.
You should.
My boss would have a
they would. They would make a lot of fun of you.
I don't care.
There's the Sonic Game Over backpack, and then there's this vintage backpack. There's also, though, the cool part is the Sonic and Knuckles men's tee from Urban Outfitters.
I really want that.
Which is freaking awesome.
I really want that.
I really want this tie-dye one.
Yeah.
That is cool. I mean, I want both of them.
Yeah.
That Sonic and Knuckles white one is $29. This one, though, is $22.90. Wait, it says juniors and women's tie-dye.
Yeah.
Does that mean your buddy Bob over here can't wear it?
Yeah, I think it's only for kids and chicks.
I'm a big kid, Will.
Yeah.
I'm a huge
so you have to get
kid.
you have to get an XL or something.
Crap. I gotta look into that. I gotta go to a Forever 21. These are all at different stores.
Yeah.
And there's a boxer brief set. Oh, am I gonna get a boxer brief?
Yeah.
That's only on Amazon though.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want that tie-dye one, but apparently I can't get it, I guess.
I do want that Sonic and Knuckles shirt.
That one's cool too.
Yeah.
They're all cool.
No, it's not cool though. It's $65 for a Sonic the Hedgehog Game Over backpack.
How much?
$65.
That's too much for a bag.
And the vintage backpack is $42.
That's dumb.
Backpacks are expensive.
That's dumb.
Like, backpacks should not cost this much money. If you spend more than $30 on a backpack, you spend too much.
You know what I like? How in the Phantom Menace, Anakin just has a Jansport backpack.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's a galaxy far away.
Well, what?
Freaking like have some set design or something.
Well,
you know?
what is it? They're Jedi communicators, or just Gillette women's razors, just spray painted silver.
But a backpack in Star Wars is made by Jansport.
Yeah,
well,
that's true.
It's like it's a freaking Jansport backpack. It's the most basic backpack you could possibly have. That'd be like texting on a Nokia brick phone. Like, come on, dude. Oh, you're looking it up now?
I'm looking
it. Doesn't say Jansport.
It doesn't, but it looks exactly like one.
It's just a Jansport. Wait, that's not even it.
No, I just looked up backpack, and it took me to the Wikipedia page for backpack. A backpack is a portable storage compartment with two straps that let it be placed on a user's back. Backpacks were used in such notable occasions, such as when Luke Skywalker used his backpack during his Jedi training on Dagobah. That's the canon entry. Do you want to hear the Legends entry for backpack?
No, I don't.
It's actually surprisingly small for a Legends entry on Wikipedia.
Now I'm trying to... Oh, there. Wait. I got it. Hold on. Oh, that actually doesn't look enough like a Jansport as I thought it did.
I mean,
it does right here. That is a freaking Jansport backpack right there.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
That is super Jansport right there. Looks like Anakin's going back to school.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, you put this in here. Nintendo cracking down on YouTube music channels.
Yeah, so I just saw it. This came out today, and I figured this is important because as much as we love Nintendo, they are backwards.
Stupid. They're stupid and dumb.
A popular YouTube channel dedicated to sharing video game music was recently hit with over 100 copyright claims, the latest to fall under intense scrutiny as Nintendo appears to be ramping up efforts to prevent illicit distribution of its music. Game Over, the YouTube channel Gilva Sunner, who has over 300,000 subscribers, wrote on Twitter yesterday. They also shared a screenshot of an email inbox displaying dozens of copyright claims against videos of music ranging from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time's Hyrule Field to Mega Man 2 Medley from Super Smash Bros. 3DS. This morning, Gilva Sunner shared another bevy of copyright claims, this time against videos featuring music from Fire Emblem Awakening. 115 videos in total are blocked so far. They started manually with most of the viewed content on the channel and are now going through the playlists one by one, I guess. Nintendo did not respond for a request for comment. This isn't the first time Nintendo has gone after major YouTube channels for hosting its games music. In May, the company went after the channel Brawl BRSTMS3, which included soundtracks from throughout the Super Smash Bros. Series, hitting the most popular videos with copyright claims. So yeah, for years, YouTube has served as a bastion for fans to share and listen to their favorite video game music without having to actually boot up the games themselves. It's been especially effective for preserving music to older games, such as the Ocarina of Time and Mario 64. While many companies have migrated their music back catalogs to places like Spotify, Square Enix recently made every Final Fantasy soundtrack available to stream. Not all of them have. The most notable absence is, of course, Nintendo, which makes the ongoing disappearance of its music all the more discouraging for some.
So I saw this and I was like, uh-oh. They're striking, because I know that they already in the past have copyrighted gameplay.
Yeah.
They since have pulled back on that. They don't really copyright gameplay as much as they used to.
Uh-huh.
And I thought that's what was happening. This guy's just straight up uploading video game music.
Yeah.
Like, of course this is going to happen eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it sucks because, people want to listen to that music.
Some of it's remixes.
Yeah.
But it looks like a lot of it's just the music.
Yeah.
And, okay, like, for archival purposes, fine.
Yeah.
But why should you profit off of it?
It also sounds like, too, some of them they're taking down. Mm-hmm. Like,
oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, they should put it up on their own.
They should. They're not going to. Or they're going to do it in like 10 years.
But yeah, I can't feel bad about this. I'd feel bad if he was like a Let's Player.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
But he's straight up uploading the music and he's like, this is and it's just the music.
Yeah.
It's not transformative in any way. It's just the music.
Right.
In some cases, it's a remix, which kind of sucks. Mm-hmm. But if it's just the music, then that's like, why did you think it would be any different?
If you think about like right now, the best way to listen to Nintendo music officially is to buy a copy of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yes.
And put your Switch in close the screen and just put it in your backpack because it has that's a feature of it.
Mm-hmm. Somebody in the chat was saying that he does remix all the music. Only some of these say remix on them.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem theme, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. It's just the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. Let me pull it up on screen here. Everything, all the stuff here. Get out of here. Stop showing me the lens I want to buy. None of these say remix.
Yeah.
And they don't look like remixes. I mean, I can't tell because they're probably not there anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't want to play it because I don't want to get copyright strike.
Right.
We are removing all the videos containing music owned by Nintendo since they have finally begun to block their Also, if it's like kind of a remix, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
If you like added drums over the freaking song, that's
really not the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it just sucks because, these are some of the best songs in video games and people want to listen to just the songs and now you can't.
Yeah, Nintendo should have a way for us to listen to their songs.
That doesn't involve buying Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
But why should you profit off of it because you uploaded their music?
I'm not saying that people should profit off of it. I think, Nintendo should be more accepting of this, Because it sounds like they're actively blocking certain songs.
Boodes in the chat says Silva is his alt account where everything is a remix. The account that got taken down is Gilva, which is straight up rips.
Okay.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yes.
And I feel even less bad now.
Yeah.
Because it was an account dedicated to uploading rips of Nintendo music.
Yeah.
So, of course, that's going to happen. I think this is non-news. AJ says, and even the remixes wouldn't hold up. Music rights don't work like that. They'd still need to clear the samples. True. A lot of people would argue that those are transformative.
Yeah. Overclock Remix, for example, their whole business model is based on that.
Vanillux Pavilion does Pokemon remixes, which I think is fine. I think that's great as long as they're different enough.
Yeah.
But because they're putting work into it, there's no work put into just ripping the music and uploading it, or at least barely any work.
Yeah.
So, whatever. It's just this is of course this was going to happen. Mm-hmm. Will Game Freak trademark hints at new name for a Switch RPG, Town? Remember Town?
Yeah, I
Game
remember
Freak's
Town.
making a game called Town, and I think it's supposed to come out this year.
This year, really?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
That's why it's like a big deal.
Yes.
Anyway, Japanese game developer Game Freak, known as the primary developer of Pokemon series, has applied for a new trademark in its home region. The trademark is for Little Town Hero and covers both the English and Japanese Rito, I can't read that, versions of the phrase. You can see the trademark for yourself below. And it's just Japanese. A bunch of Japanese. And then it says Little Town Hero. What the hell is going on with my freaking... I lost connection with my iPad.
Okay.
Although would be purely speculation at this point, we'd say it's pretty safe to assume that this will be the final name for Town. The studio's upcoming RPG for Nintendo Switch, promotional material for Town, have always noted that it is a working title. Could you look up when it's coming out?
Yeah.
So a name change wouldn't come as a surprise. Hopefully we'll hear about more about the game itself, complete with this potential new name, over the coming weeks. Are you looking forward to Town, or should we say Little Town Hero? We'll make sure to update you with a new info on this one as it arrives. This is interesting to me because I thought the game was going to be about a town. And now it turns out it's going to be called Little Town Hero, and that makes it seem like it's going to be about a person.
Yes, this is coming out this year.
It might get delayed.
Probably.
It's weird that they would want to release a Pokemon game and this game.
Yeah.
You know, like in the same like launch window. You know what I mean? Like the end of the year. Mm-hmm. It's not coming out to this. Town isn't coming out tomorrow.
Yeah. No, it's definitely gonna be pushed to next year.
Yeah.
But
especially if there's no hard date on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody care about Town? Zelda N64 fan says Little Town Hero, LOL. Okay.
Yeah.
What's so funny about that?
Well, you know, it's traditionally called Hometown Hero, like we were this weekend at the Long Island Virtual Gaming Expo.
Maybe it's a bad translation.
Maybe.
I couldn't read the actual Japanese here.
Well, it says like the Wikipedia page still just says Town working title.
Oh wait, I can do this. Hold on. Oh God. Ritoru Tanhiro. So Ritoru is little.
Yeah.
Town is town.
Right.
And Hero.
It's Hero.
So it's just Little Town Hero, but said with a horrible Japanese accent. All right. Yeah, that's just a bad translation. All right. The last thing on here, which I thought was very interesting. We got man wearing TV on head, caught on camera, delivering old TVs in Virginia front porches.
Yeah.
Let me try to pull this up on screen. I've ruined everything here. Damn it.
Residents living in a Virginia neighborhood woke up to find free televisions on their doorstep. It sounds like a great gift until you see the older box sets left at the homes. He's committed to his trade, said homeowner Jim Brooksbank. No need to adjust that dial. Whoever wrote this should be beat. Doorbell surveillance cameras captured the man with a TV set over his head, laying an older set down on someone's front porch and just walking off. He wants to be known as the TV Santa Claus. I don't know, Brooksbank told WTVR-TV. The bizarre discovery happened Sunday morning in Henrico's Hampshire neighborhood. Outdated boxes were found at more than 50 homes.
Holy crap.
The dude just dropped off a 13-inch old school tube TV on Brooks Bank's front porch.
I'm trying to watch the video, but friggin' there's a giant ad.
Yeah.
I was thinking like maybe after the Long Island Retro Game Expo, they didn't want to throw out the TVs.
Yeah.
You know? There it is. There he is. How can he see? It's the guy from Fooly Cooley.
Yeah.
And then there he goes. Oh my god, he's walking so slowly and creepily. He can't see anything.
Oh,
He was fishing for the stair.
I bet you, like, once he gets out of range of the ring, he takes it off.
Yeah. That's so freaking awesome. Oh, here he is in another house.
So, like,
There he goes.
it's so bizarre. Like, he's technically not doing anything wrong.
The police are taking them. They have a giant truck and they're going around and taking
Well,
the
they
TVs.
kind of have to because, like, it's a mysterious thing left on somebody's front porch. It could very well be a bomb.
That is true. Hey, man, maybe he just wants people to have a place to play their retro consoles, you know?
I guess.
That's freaking weird. I don't know what I would want to talk to this man.
Yeah.
I would have a lot of questions. Would you like a tube TV left off on your front porch? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, that's all we got.
Yeah.
You know?
We also got 5 loonies from Goose. Hey, bros. In my very important opinion, the Nintendo Switch Lite should have just been called the Nintendo Switched. Switchent.
Like isn't.
Yeah, I got it. It wasn't funny,
Like it's
but
not.
I got it.
Like it's
Yeah.
not a switch. Like
Yeah.
switching. Mm-hmm. You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
Just making sure you got it.
Okay.
AJ says that TV man is a little town hero if I ever done seen one.
It's true.
Hey Will,
Yeah,
tweet
Bob.
of the week or unboxing?
Unboxing.
Okay.
It's always unboxing first.
I never know. We got courtesy
yes.
of Rock and Val, we got
Yeah.
latte flavored Oreo thins. She gave these to us at the Retro Game Expo.
Yes.
She also gave us mint ones. Mm-hmm. Thins. I think she thought that those were the mint chocolate chip Oreos that I ate
Yes.
all of and didn't give you a chance
Yeah.
to have because we'd had those before.
Yeah.
But these we have not had.
No.
Oh my god. These are very powerful.
Oh,
taste.
yeah.
The latte taste is way too strong.
Oh, yeah.
It's like caramelly.
There it is.
That's not a latte at all.
Well, what is a latte, really?
It's coffee. It's
Yeah.
just coffee.
But I got, like, special
People-
cream and...
It's just coffee with milk foam. That's
Yeah.
all a latte is. Oh no, I'm sorry, espresso with milk foam. That's what a latte is. Cookies that do coffee flavor, or even ice cream, any coffee flavored stuff, they like to put caramel in it for some reason.
Yeah.
It's got like this weird like caramelly taste. This overdoes the caramel taste.
A latte is a coffee drink made with espresso and steamed milk. Mm-hmm. It is typically milkier than a cappuccino.
I think the difference between a cappuccino and a latte is that the foam is on top or bottom.
Right.
All right. No. No to these.
They're not that bad.
They're not. I'm gonna eat all of them,
Yeah.
but not. I don't need these ever again. In my
Right.
life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get that.
I also, we don't really like the chocolate wafers Oreos. I prefer the vanilla wafers.
They have to be paired with the right thing. Like regular Oreos, like that pairing is perfect. Peanut butter, that pairing is perfect.
Hey us modeling with $2. Leave a like if you want a CRT on your front porch. All right. Now we got this box to unbox. Well,
Okay, the big box.
Oh, this is from PDP. I had to open it a little bit to just double check to make sure it was from PDP. And they did a very nice thing for us.
Oh!
The newest characters for your wired FightPad Pro controller line up for Nintendo Switch are ready to join the battle. Gear up for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with the wired FightPad Pro controllers. Challenge your friends and enemies with this GameCube-inspired Pro controller. Choose from our 4 new characters: Yosh, Sonic, Special Edition Link, or Special Edition Zelda. Or collect them all. I'm not reading all this because you know what the deal is. But here's the thing. They said since there's 2 of you, we're going to give you 2 of each.
Yay!
So
we both get a Sonic.
But there's more than 2 of us, Will. Actually, there's 3 of us. You at home.
Yes!
Can win. There's actually 4 of you can win one of these.
I didn't know that. But yes, we were doing that.
4 of you can win one of each of these.
Yes.
I don't know if you're going to get to pick which one you want, but thank you, PDP. For doing that. There's a link in the description to a tweet that has a link where you can join the contest.
So,
they gave us that?
They gave us a lot of stuff. So we not only got the character ones. I'm so happy.
Let's go through the GameCube stuff first.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So
this is my favorite controller for Smash.
Right.
Because it feels exactly like a GameCube controller. Mm-hmm. The C-stick can be swapped out with an actual regular thumbstick.
Yes.
And the L and R buttons they're buttons.
Yeah.
They're not
triggers.
They're not triggers like the shoulder buttons on GameCube controller. They don't travel that far. It's just a straight up button, which is awesome. And I much prefer that for Smash Brothers. And it plugs in USB, so you don't need an adapter.
Yeah.
These controllers are amazing. I like the Sonic one a lot. I tried the main Sonic and it didn't work out. I'm going to be switching to this controller for sure, especially because I think my thumbstick's a little messed up in the one I'm using right now. There's a lot of wear on my PDP GameCube controllers, and I'm going to run through a lot of these.
Yeah. You've been smashing a lot.
And my hands sweat.
Yeah.
And they get gunk all over them. It's gross.
Yeah.
So I'm switching to this for sure.
Okay.
And hopefully that'll fix my thumbstick issue. I like... Sometimes I'll run up for a grab and I'll accidentally turn around. I don't know why. I think the thumbstick like flaps back, but it only happens on one of them. It doesn't happen on the other one of my controllers. So I definitely need this.
Okay.
There's also a Yoshi one.
Yoshi.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Then there's another Sonic one.
You got the Link one, which is really cool.
Link Special Edition, right?
Yeah, because there's already a Link one.
Yeah, and this one's all black.
That is really cool, actually. This might be my, the Zelda one.
And then this is the Zelda one, which is basically the white version of it.
Except it has Zelda on it.
Yeah.
Those are dope.
Yeah, these are really nice.
These are all really awesome.
Yes.
I'm going to want the Sonic one.
Yes.
And then they gave us more.
What are these? Oh, these are...
Okay, so give me the fight pad.
All right. Nope.
No, that thing. Well, actually, we have one here.
Yeah.
So...
Well...
I've done a video on these, the older models, the ones that, I think I was like, what's the best GameCube controller for Smash or something? And I chose these. Now there's new looking ones. So this is what they are. I also did a video on the face-off controllers.
Yes.
Because they have a headphone jack in them. And you can change the faceplate. This is a Wulff Den custom faceplate that they gave us.
Yes.
Thank you. And you can take it off.
Yeah.
Like this. And swap it out for whatever you want.
They sent us 4 new faceplates. They sent us Star.
Let me see. Ooh.
They sent us Pokemon.
I gotta see these.
It looks like you can... I don't know if these are...
Okay, so just a Pokeball.
Yeah. Zelda.
Oh, it's gold.
Yeah.
It's shiny.
And
that's cool.
Mario. And it looks like it also comes with like a new D-pad, like a D-pad cover and analog.
Oh, it does. It's like a disc.
So are these new analog sticks or are these just analog stick covers? Can you take that analog stick off?
Yep.
Oh, look at that. So
the whole
yeah.
analog stick comes off.
So it also comes with new analog sticks for you, which makes sense because, you know, you got your red analog sticks to match your red faceplate.
Now the D-pad, I guess it just pops off.
Yeah.
All right. That's pretty cool.
They also sent us 2 face-off controllers, one in blue camo and one in black camo.
Cool, because before we got red and purple.
Yeah.
So these are the only the other 2 colors.
Yeah.
This controller also has the paddles on the back.
Yeah.
So that's cool. We have a lot of controllers.
We do.
We have almost as many controllers as they have NES games on the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
So thanks, PDP. And if you want one for your very own, go to the description of this video and you can win one of the best GameCube controllers for Smash Bros.
Yes.
It won't make you any better at the game,
But it'll
but
just
it'll
be
make you
cool.
more comfortable.
Yes.
Now, I would like PDP to make one with a fan in it so I can...
Yeah.
I could, you know, my salty, sweaty hands can be dry. I wanted to make a video. This is horrible. I can't see you now. I wanted to make a video on the Nyko controller with the fan in it that we had for GameCube.
Yeah.
But ours is really crappy.
Yeah.
Like the thumbsticks were wearing off and stuff because it was an amazing controller. And we used it all the time. And I wanted to buy a new one, but you can't find them.
I found one on Amazon for the Xbox 360, $45.
The Airflow controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want it for the GameCube because then I could actually play like Smash with.
Yeah.
$2 from Hayus Modeling. Imagine if Scuff made Switch Pro controllers.
That would be cool. eBay. Nyko Airflow controllers for the GameCube. Apparently they're rare.
Are they crappy though?
I mean,
Like the thumbsticks, are they like wearing off? Like the rubber wearing off?
let me see here.
Eden
Not
says,
really.
I want PDP to make a controller you can drink Mountain Dew out of.
Yeah, that would be the Ultimate Gamer controller.
I might have to buy that if the thumbsticks
It
are
looks...
uncracked.
I mean, this one looks fine.
So yeah, I guess maybe tomorrow I'll try out this Sonic one on twitch.tv/Wulff Den.
Well, this one actually looks good. It's $35, but it looks better than the other one.
I'll pay a pretty penny for it, Will.
Yeah.
'Cause I gotta make a video out of it, you know what I'm saying? Eric says, give it to me, not AJ, because reasons, LOL, I don't know. AJ doesn't want... AJ uses a Pro Controller. I gave him one of these. He didn't even want to use it. Oh, he says he wants the Pokemon one. Where's the Pokemon one? Oh, the faceplate.
The faceplate.
You want the faceplate.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you one. All right. That's it for the unboxing. Make sure you enter the contest if you want to win one of these, especially the freaking Sonic one. I shouldn't open one of these, right?
Unless you want to.
Well, you know what? I'm going to use the Sonic one, so I might as well.
Yeah.
Open it. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Thanks again, PDP.
Thanks, PDP, so much. I love you so much. Package design is really cool on here, too.
Imagine if Scuff made Airflow controllers.
Imagine if anybody made Airflow
Yeah.
controllers right now, Will. That's a Nyko thing. They got to bring that back.
Is Nyko even a company anymore?
Yeah,
Yes, they are. They make
this-
the charge blocks.
They
that
made
I
the
use.
terrible Switch dock
Yes.
that broke a bunch of Switches, and they took zero accountability for it.
They took accountability for it. They replaced switches.
True. All right, I take it back. They took accountability. All right. Ha! See, there's the button that I'm talking
Yeah.
about. That's the stuff right there. Oh, and the C stick. Get that off of here. Where is it?
Oh boy.
Where's my thumbstick?
Let me see.
Did I drop it in
You probably did
my rampage here?
in your rage.
Or did it just straight up not come with it?
No, it had to have.
Is it part of the plastic over there?
I don't see it. Hang on a second. Let me open mine. See where it went. Or where it's supposed to be.
Right now my C-stick is very bare. AJ says, I bet a Scuff airflow controller would cost more than my actual air conditioner.
Yeah, probably.
That is true.
I was looking at the Scuff controllers because I thought about buying one. They are too damn expensive. It should have been right here.
Gimme.
In a little Ziploc bag like that.
Find it later.
Yeah.
It definitely flew out.
Yeah.
So, and this just snaps in right here.
Yeah.
I've done this many times, as you can see. It's kind of hard to get in there, though.
Well, yeah, it's got to make sure it snaps into place.
Yeah. I did it on one once, and it kept flying off because I was playing too hard. I think that's good. Did I get it anyway?
I don't know. I can't get mine in right.
You took the wrong one off. It's the C-stick.
Yeah, you can take both of them off.
Oh, why'd you take that one off?
Because I wanted to see if it would fit in here. And then I was having problems putting it in.
Well, don't take the left one off.
All right.
You viewers at home.
There we go. I got it. I fixed it. No thanks to you.
I feel like mine's not in all the way. No, I got it. I got it. There we go. This is my new controller. Having a great time.
Nice.
This is me forward smashing everybody into oblivion. Thanks, PDP.
Thank you.
Join the contest. All right. Now's when we talk to you people.
No.
Oh, now's when we do the tweet of the week.
Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not prepared. I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
This tweet is by the Sir Toasty. He does a lot of like gifs of like Smash Brothers tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
It's very big in the Smash Brothers esports community.
Mm-hmm.
MK Leo, who is the best Smash player, the Smash Ultimate player currently, he tweeted at him and said, "You are the funniest person in the universe." And then Sir Toasty tweeted back with a little video that I thought was very funny. Here you go, Will. There's a curse.
Speak for yourself, motherfucker.
Pause in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I thought that was very funny. Then I tried to find where it was from, and it's from this like dub of Sonic 06 that's like 30 seconds. And
Yeah.
it's very funny. Knuckles is like, "Hey, Sonic, I hate to bring this up now, but you got any weed on you, man?" All right. Now is when we talk to you guys.
Yes! As always, you can reach us on Twitter using the hashtag Wulff Den Live. If you left a comment on last week's Wulff Den Live, this is the part of the show where we will finally answer you. And of course, ladies and gentlemen watching at home, please be sure to leave your questions and comments because we will get to them when we are done with everybody else using the hashtag Wulff Den Live on Twitter. Bob, what do you got?
I got little skeet. Sup, my executive producers. What game franchise
good at that.
that was crapped on would you like to see a new entry? And what popular franchise would you like to see die? P.S. I like that you say all the other social media garbage because that's what it is, garbage.
It's true.
What would we like to? What was crapped on that we'd like to see a new version?
I mean, everybody craps on Mirror's Edge, and we love that series.
Everybody used to crap on it until it became a cult classic, and then
Yeah.
people stopped crapping on it. And then we got a sequel, and I didn't like it. You liked it.
I did like it.
Super Mario Sunshine. I'd like to see not a new entry.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see more of it. I would like to see a good 3D Sonic game.
Yeah. Generations, but that was about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonic Adventure 3. I'd
Yeah.
like to see one of those. That'll be my pick.
I'm trying to think of like something that's like really like was crapped on, but
Sonic Adventure 2.
yeah.
That's why I want a 3. Also, what popular franchise would you like to see die?
Oh God, where do I begin?
Listen, people are allowed to like whatever they like.
Right. But I don't like Borderlands.
Except JRPGs. They're not allowed to like JRPGs. They should all die. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, except Borderlands. If you like Borderlands, you're not allowed.
Yeah.
Will would like to see Borderlands.
I would like to see Borderlands go.
I don't.
Not even really that. I mean, now I do because apparently Randy Pitchford is a monster, and they're like coming to people's homes, like making sure they're not leaking stuff.
Yes, that makes me not like Borderlands.
Yeah.
I'll say Fortnite, just because it's about time.
Yeah.
It's about time for that to die.
I would say Madden. Not because I have anything against Madden, but I think it set a bad precedent for all sports games in general.
I think it's crazy that John Madden was just an announcer, and now he's known for the video game.
Well, he was a coach. He was a coach first, then he became an announcer. And now, like, he's more known for the video game than anything else.
That sucks.
And he's like retired. All he does now is the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything.
Yeah. I don't even think he's in the game anymore. I think the last thing he did for one of the games, he walked out and he's like, "Hey, I'm John Madden. Welcome to John Madden Football." And that was it.
Anyway, Trep says, do you think the Switch Lite will work on the small official Nintendo charger? No.
Wait. The small official, it should. Right?
I don't know what he means then. I thought he meant dock. Because I got a tweet I got several tweets. I don't think he's talking about that. Because that's not a charger.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not a charger. You still need a charger.
Right.
This
But
is
it'll
not a-
charge it.
But this isn't this is just a freaking pass through.
Right.
You know what I mean? You still need a charger with it. People keep asking me if the portable dock that I have that I made
Yeah.
will work on the Switch Lite.
Oh, that.
And that's a dumb question.
Yeah.
Because Nintendo says no, but we have no idea until it comes out.
And theoretically, it should still charge it.
Yeah. Yes. Official Nintendo chargers should definitely work on the Switch.
Yeah.
And that's all I got. Player 2 or Awkward Sketch says, with so many games for Switch coming up, I have no idea where to focus my time. I'm still playing but Astral Chain comes out soon. That's Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Yeah.
Astral Chain comes out soon. Spyro and Link's Awakening next, not to mention other consoles as well. If I had to pick and choose one, which should I go with? I don't know you.
I mean, Astral Chain does look really good, and I keep forgetting that's coming out real soon.
Yeah, Astral Chain looks good. If you're liking Fire Emblem 3 Houses, play Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Yeah, just finish that
You're
up.
gonna spend a lot of time on it.
Yeah.
Link's Awakening is gonna be good. They're all gonna be great.
Yeah.
You just have to pick the one that you think you're gonna have the most fun with, because you know what type of games you like.
Yes.
I could tell you to go play Super Mario Odyssey or Mario Maker, but that doesn't mean you're gonna like them if you like JRPGs. You know what I'm saying? Crunch Topher says, new Mario Maker level when, Bob? The other one took me months. Single month. I don't know.
Yeah.
It took me a long time. So it's going to be a while. I have an idea for one I want to make, but it's going to be a long time. Super Saiyan says, I entered the PvP contest. No one else entered, please. I want one of those nice new controllers. No. 3 more people can enter.
Yeah.
We're giving away 4 controllers.
So we got one.
So we got one. Stupid Demon says, what GameCube game?
No.
What GameCube game?
No. GBC. Game Boy Color.
I can't do the acronym GBC. It just doesn't exist.
What Game Boy
when I
Color
read it.
game should I buy
When
on
I read
eBay?
my brain just can't.
Well, over the weekend we bought another version of Metal Gear Solid for the Game Boy Color. That game's expensive though. We bought 2 copies of Super Mario Brothers Deluxe.
Correct.
You bought one more Game Boy Color game, didn't you?
I bought Wario Land. Which is a regular Game Boy game.
Yeah.
You should buy Metal Gear because
Yeah.
it's the best Game Boy Color game.
Yeah. Just know you're paying a pretty penny for that.
If you don't want to pay a pretty penny, Dan, you should get some Pokemon. Oh no, the Pokemon games are expensive too.
Yeah. You can they do make repros of Metal Gear Solid for Game Boy Color, but I've tried to avoid that if possible.
Game Boy Color. What other? Link's Awakening. I don't know.
The Pokemon games, Gold and Silver.
Yeah, that's what I was getting. But those are going to be expensive too.
Yeah.
Metal Gear. I'm going to say Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Get freaking Metal Gear, but it's expensive.
Yeah.
So be careful of that. Pyro Panda, which is the last one, said, can you start showing your mugs in your videos? These are sail away coffee mugs
Yes.
because they sponsored us for some backlog episodes long ago. So we don't have our own mug. It looks kind of like ours because
It does,
black
actually,
and white,
yeah.
but no, we don't have our own logo. We don't have our own mugs. Maybe one day. All right. Now we're on to last week's Wulff Den
Yes.
Live. We have Annie Ski 007. Weeks going by so damn quickly, feels like I'm listening to a new podcast every other day instead of every week. That's good.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like we're putting out more content than we actually are. Molly Lotry says, I already know this info, but I need to hear it from you or it isn't true. Good. We like to... We'll tell you whether or not something seems fishy.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot that I read from like these news outlets and I'm like,
Something's wrong.
is it?
Yeah.
Like FCC filings, for example.
Yeah.
I almost never believe them because people just patent FCC filings all the time. Like Microsoft, we should have talked about this on the show. Microsoft patented Switch like controllers for smartphones.
Yeah.
Like you can, which is a thing that exists already, but
Yes.
Microsoft is trying to make their own. It's just little controllers that you can slot onto the side of a smartphone or a tablet. But it's just a patent filing, so that's not news.
Yeah.
Like that could not come out, you know? And everybody's reporting on it like it's a thing that's definitely happening. Joel 2002 says Zigzagoon, Linone, and an Obstagoon. Not, and then whatever we said.
Yeah.
It is incredible how confident you are in your wrong answers.
Yeah, it's important to be confident.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. That's how we made it this far.
Yeah. How you saw through our lies is beyond me.
Yeah.
I like how Fred includes one person who says, if I I need to hear from you or else it isn't true, and then one person who says, you're lying.
Yeah.
You have your information wrong. Cheap Miami Records says, Mario, 8-bit do, waifu, my ears hurt.
Is it waifu? We said waifu.
No, we say it. He's saying it how we say it.
Oh.
So we must have said waifu.
Yeah.
I say waifu.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Let me look up how it's spelled, and I'll
right.
tell you how.
But we're
I don't think it's Japanese.
what is it then?
I think it's an American like slang for the
like weeb.
Like weeb. Like
Okay.
weeb isn't a Japanese word. It's
Okay.
like we just made that up.
Yeah.
If it were Japanese, it would be waifu. Oh, so it is waifu.
Yeah.
So we're completely wrong.
Yeah.
8-bit do is how you pronounce it,
Yeah.
according to them. It looks like it should be 8-bit do because
Yeah.
it's like Nintendo, but no, it's 8-bit do. It's according to their Bluetooth speakers that say the name. And Mario, you can go F yourself. That's just how we say it, okay? And every other country in the world says it like that. So you gotta bitch to them too. This guy comments a lot, and I can't read it. It's freaking Russian, and it's got a million...
Krzysztof Skalski.
There's like there's a lot of letters and only 4 vowels.
Well, you just got to know how to say it, comrade.
I find it a bit funny that in Pokemon Sword and Shield, the evil team is loud, obnoxious fan base. It's almost as if Game Freak foresaw all the personal attacks on devs caused by national Dexters and decided to have a laugh.
I buy it.
It's true. I mean, maybe they were already pissed off at fans.
There were a whole
previous
bunch of
games.
articles today. Apparently, the 2 main villains in Borderlands 3 are social media influencers. And people are writing like, well, so basically the people who are going to be talking about your game a lot.
I think that if Game Freak made it a loud, obnoxious fan base on purpose, it's because of previous run-ins with their own loud, obnoxious fan base. Like Pokemon Let's Go, people were upset that game was coming out.
Yeah.
It's like, you should be happy you're getting a game at all. Cypherus says, why are you expecting the revision to be massively different? The form factor hasn't changed. The Joy-Cons were obviously not changing in this in any significant way because there simply isn't the space. This is what happens when people insist on having super tiny, super slim systems. Compromises have to be made. What?
We weren't expecting the Switch Lite to be like drastically different from the regular Switch, if that's what you're implying.
I might have said that I wanted it to be drastically, like the internals and everything, to be drastically different to justify the fact that you can't dock it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't care how different. I just care that it's a smaller. It's different. It's very different already. He said the Joy-Cons were obviously not changing in this in any significant way. But is he talking about he's talking about the revision, not the Switch Lite.
Yeah.
In that case, we never expected that to be different. From pretty much the beginning, we said it's the same.
Yeah.
I think the title of the video is like the Switch Lite is the Switch revision is barely any different. Calm down, people.
Yeah.
That's what the title is. But we were never expecting it to be different.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of other people are making all these videos saying how they're trying to find any little thing that makes it
different.
different.
There are now news articles on like major gaming websites that say, here's how to tell if you got a new Switch. If it's in a red box, you got the new Switch.
Kevin Kenson put out a video. I don't know how long it is, but I saw an article about it, and it said at the 15-minute mark, which means it's a long video, you can see that the Joy-Con thumbstick enclosure is slightly different. However, he notes, Kevin Kenson references Spawn Wave and says that the inside still has the same problem where the graphite or graphene or whatever the hell's inside of it is rubbing off. So it could still have the drift issue.
Yeah.
So even though the enclosure is slightly different, and you look at the picture and it's barely any different. That's why I didn't want to talk about it on here.
Yeah.
It's not different. The Joy-Cons are basically exactly the same. So it's a stretch to say that it's. But people are reaching. People are reaching to see if this thing's different.
Of course they are.
All right, well, after all that, now we're in the actual chat.
Bruce Patrick with $5. Have you guys ever considered adding another regular video to your weekly lineup? I always look forward to y'all's videos and always more content.
Yes. We've done it a few times.
Yes.
I definitely don't want another scheduled video because that's too much work.
Yeah.
But sometimes I release an extra video over the weekend.
Yeah.
You know? We had the backlog for a while, but YouTube doesn't like that series.
Well, YouTube can go scratch.
If you want more content, go to twitch.tv/Wulff Den. I stream there all the time. So that's where you'll find me on the off days. Jacob Gill with $7.77. Late fee. I love you guys. Keep up the great content.
Thank you.
Man. All the rest of you need to pay up. All right, now we're in the chat.
Yes.
Gene Koff says, Bob, do you know of a company that sells PS4 controllers with buttons on both sides? Why?
All of them.
That's true. Why? Do you want to play lefty?
What do you mean by buttons on both sides?
I think he means face buttons on both sides.
That's so weird.
That is. Why would you want that?
Yeah.
That's so weird. You could probably get it custom.
Yeah.
Dank says best console of all time and why? The Nintendo Switch, because it is also a portable console.
The best console of all time is the one that's inside us.
Previously, I would have said the Xbox 360, and I don't know why. It's not that great of a console. Half of them died.
Yeah.
More than half of them now, but that was my favorite for a while.
Yeah, I mean, all things considered, it is a great console. It's got so many great games on it. I would throw maybe the PS2 in there as well.
I think
that's a great console.
You know, consoles are only as good as their games. Until now, the Switch has so much functionality that it makes it, the form factor makes it more convenient. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that matters a lot now all of a sudden. So that's why I say the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
And I don't subscribe to the whole like nostalgia factor. People thinking like like Breath of the Wild's too new to be the best Zelda game. Like, nah, it's
Yeah,
not.
no.
It was immediately when I played it, I was like, this is the best Zelda
That's
game.
like as soon as Batman Begins came out, I'm like, this is the best Batman movie of all time.
Yeah.
And then Dark Knight came out, I'm like, no, this is the best Batman movie of all time.
Yeah.
Then The Dark Knight Rises came out, and I'm like, this is the third best Batman movie of all time.
Thomas Nolan with $2 says, will there be more backlog? I don't know.
Bruce Patrick also asked that
Oh.
for $2. We want to make it, but
Yeah. We've been trying to come up with ideas to make it better for YouTube.
yeah,
But it kind of defeats the whole purpose of the backlog. Like, my favorite thing about the backlog is like it's Russian roulette, but the YouTube version. Because
Yeah.
every time because we pull a random game.
Yeah.
And when we pull a game that isn't going to be good for YouTube, like a mobile game or like freaking Hulk's Ultimate Destruction, I'm like, oh, we shot ourselves in the foot. We
Yeah.
lost the Russian roulette. Now we got to talk
Yeah.
about this. Because when we upload a video that we know isn't going to get a lot of views, it hurts the channel.
yeah,
So, and we already do that frequently.
yeah,
So having a series that constantly does that
Yeah.
is a problem. There's ways to do it, like maybe do like a strictly Nintendo version of the backlog.
Yeah.
But that defeats the purpose of the backlog. That defeats the whole game aspect
yeah.
of it. But I mean, maybe we could just get rid of the Russian roulette aspect and actually pick a game and talk about it.
Yeah, but then that would change the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. Maybe it just needs to be changed, Will.
Yeah.
Maybe it just needs to be changed.
Christopher Colwell, okay, that's my idea. Backlog on Wulff Den Live. Have Eric clip it out and put it on his own section of Wulff Den clips or whatever. That's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea. Silokin Finite says Paper Mario 10,000 yard stare. Thomas Nolan with $2. Maybe do it with a preset set of games. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But then that would defeat the purpose of
Yeah.
the show.
I mean, we can just like write a bunch of games on like a wheel
Yeah.
and spin the wheel. But like they're all games that'll do well on YouTube.
Yeah.
I was also considering leaving it as is and taking the games that I don't think will do well and make them like a supporter only episodes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. All right. Silokin in Finite also says Sonic Knuckles Deep.
That's also a good one.
All right. Senior Nerd says, or Center Nerd says, best/worst game so far in 2019. Mario Maker 2.
Resident Evil 2.
Worst.
I haven't played a game that I would like consider like trash, you know?
Yeah, I don't waste my time on trash games.
Yeah, you try not to at least, because
Well, you know what? Let me look at the youtube.com/Wulff Den VODs, because that's where I play most of the new games, and there's definitely been some trash
I'm trying to
games
think,
this
because
year.
like of all like the new games I played this year is Resident Evil 2, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, and like that's it. Like I barely game anymore. This is what's gonna happen when you turn 30.
Oh, this is why it's my job. Will.
Yeah.
One of the most disappointing games that I played was Cadence of Hyrule.
Yeah, I know you didn't like that game.
It was not that good.
Yeah.
But then I'll say again, I didn't play any like terrible games.
Yeah.
I have to go through like my Switch library and look. Also, did Mega Man 11 come out last year?
Yeah.
Oh, that game also wasn't.
Yeah, it
disappointing.
that wasn't very good.
Bruce Patrick with $2. Yeah, Bob, do the support only. I'll support. Thanks, man.
Mr. Meach with $5.69. Nice. I finally upgraded to a 4K TV. Been on that 720p life for too
Damn.
long. Forza looks great. What other Xbone titles should I look for to make use of this? First party, Gears. Definitely. Third party, probably Red Dead and Resident Evil 2 are like good showcases of 4K. Far Cry and Shadow of the Tomb Raider also are pretty good.
Sekiro, I don't know how good it looks,
Yeah.
but it's an amazing game, so you should try that. As for like look factor, Resident Evil 2, that's really it. A lot of games for Xbox One X aren't 4K, they're just 1080p.
Yeah.
So you got to look out for that too.
Yeah.
All right.
$1 from John Halstead. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Titus U. Cooper says, I want a Mega Man Legends 3. I want one too.
Everybody wants Mega Man Legends 3.
I want Mega Man Legends on the Switch. I would replay that. I've never beat it.
Yeah.
And I got a little bit far in my... I streamed it. I think I streamed it from the N64 because I booted it up to try with the Super 64. And I was where I left off. So I need to play through that. Because it's a fun-ass game, even now.
Yeah. For you, maybe.
I like it better than Ocarina of Time. Wulff says, hey, Wolf, is your intro song inspired by metal music? Oh, yeah, it is metal music. It's a band that I used to be in.
Yes.
That's me playing the drums.
Lindsay Shields, is it worth it to go out of your way
to find the new Switch?
Yeah.
If you're buying a Switch, then you should get the new one. If you
Yes.
have a Switch already, don't buy the new one.
Exactly.
Because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a Switch and you want to buy one, then you should try to get the new one. I'm sure it's in most places.
Yeah.
I haven't looked myself, but I'm sure you could just go to Target and
I think Amazon actually will say HAC model 101 or whatever the new model. It'll say it in the the title description of it.
Ooh, I need to check I always link in my videos a link to the Amazon link for the Nintendo Switch, just in case somebody wants to buy a Switch. Mm-hmm. And I got to make sure that you can buy it from that link, because that would suck. Mm-hmm. I would have to link the new one now in all my videos.
Christian Murphy asks, "Is Star Wars over?" To which False Icon replied, "Star Wars is dead." Listen, if you watch the Rise of Skywalker trailer, you know no one's ever really gone.
When you click the new Nintendo, the Nintendo Switch console in the description of any of my videos, it just goes to the Amazon website. That listing must not be there anymore. That's very bizarre.
Yeah. I know last time I saw it, the Amazon listing, it says Nintendo Switch model HAC-001, whatever.
I need to fix that.
Yeah.
All right, take a few more.
GameStop is offering $225 for a used Switch if you really want to get the new one. That's from Ryan Loring.
That's pretty cool, and that's a decent deal.
Yes.
I don't think it's worth getting the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
If you run out of battery all of the time on your Switch, then maybe. But I never run out of battery, so I don't.
Jonathan Halstead with another $2. Do you think Gex should come back in 2019? I do. So at Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, they had a whole bunch of retro video game consoles that you could sit down and play with. And I, for the first time, played the original Gex on 3DO. The game's not good. I don't understand how that became such a cult classic, especially because it's on a system that nobody ever played. Number one. Number two, the two 3D games that followed it, Enter the Gecko and Deep Cover Gecko for the PS1 and the N64, those also weren't that good. So I'm surprised Gex is a thing.
I'm trying to show on screen the picture of you playing Gex.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time doing it.
All right. That controller is weird because that has... The 3DO only has one controller port. If you want to do two players, you have to daisy chain the controllers together.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I wonder what that does to input lag.
I don't even want to know.
All right, I'm reading one or two more here.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat, was it Doe? It was Doe something. Where'd they go? I lost it. Oh, Dono says, what's the music you use in your vids? Most of the time, it's by Vanillux Pavilion. Mm-hmm. He makes good music.
Yes.
You got to start using
I do.
different types of music.
I have the one you sent me a while ago. And that's been my default background music for God knows how long. and my outro track is level 1 from The Adventures of Batman and Robin on Sega Genesis.
You gotta we have a big library of music that is mostly Vanillux Pavilion.
Yeah,
you can
I gotta
slot it in so it changes moods. And
my
stuff,
Aquaman video, I actually did that. Like I changed up different, I used different songs for different.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
yeah. And then nobody's watched it, even though I put my heart and soul into it. So F you guys.
Well, that's
I'm not
because
doing
that
again.
video was 20 minutes long.
Yes,
and
it's about Aquaman comics.
and that needed to have one droning song would be a problem.
Yeah.
And even 10 minutes is too much for one droning song. Ethan R with $2. Any interest in Cookie Mama?
Yes,
I was gonna say no.
Cookie Mama games are good.
They're good games.
Yeah.
I just don't want.
I'm probably not gonna get it, but
Yeah.
if a new Cookie Mama comes out, no, you're gonna have a good time unless they really do something to bork it.
All right. Trep says, Will, how's your hand? I'm surprised you haven't brought this up.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. I'm doing a little better. So yesterday when we were cooking dinner, I was reheating some breadsticks we got at the local pizzeria, and I went to go grab the plate that it was like one of those pizza dishes that you can reheat pizza on. I went to go grab it, and I was wearing an oven mitt on my right hand, but it started to burn through the mitt. I started to feel the heat through the mitt, and it was really hot and it was really uncomfortable. So I dropped it. But to set it back on the toaster rack, I hit it with my unprotected hand. And I got burns on both hands. So I ran my fingers under cold water for as long as possible. Then when I had to go edit, this hand was fine, but this hand's still burning. So I was holding a bag of ice while I was trying to edit.
Hand. It doesn't matter.
It's not the important hand, but it's hard to edit with one hand.
What type of oven mitts? What, you got dollar store oven mitts?
No, they're good oven mitts. I don't know what the hell happened.
AJ says, we effing have to play Cooking Mama on stream. If that isn't on brand, I don't know what is. If it's online even.
It might be.
I don't know. Nintendo's super weird about stuff like that.
Well, Cooking Mama is a third-party title.
Who's making Cooking Mama?
I'm looking up.
Oh!
I think it's Majesco.
Is it Hamster Co?
Maybe. First Cookie Mama Cook Star info and screenshots revealed.
Sweet Beat says, love your accent, guys. I'm new to Nintendo, but Fire Emblem has become my favorite series. Just got a 3DS XL and loving it. Will finish the 3DS games, then get a Switch for Three Houses. Cheers from us. Hello, mate.
You want to talk about good accents? You guys got good accents. Cookie Mama is up to 2 players, and it says it's a multiplayer and co-op party games.
But who made it?
Oh, who made it? Well, it's being published by Koch Media. They're the guys who own Deep Silver.
Publishers: Majesco Entertainment, Taito, 505 Games.
Yeah.
I think that's just for the first one, though.
Okay.
Yeah, in Japan it was Taito, in North America it was Majesco, and in PAL regions it was 505 Games.
Right.
For the DS original one.
Well, I guess Cookstar isn't up yet, but the last one, Sweet Shop, it's all the same title, all the same people, yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. I'm done. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for chatting with us. As always, Wulff Den Live is every single Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on youtube.com/WulffDen. If you can't make the show for any reason at all, we always put it up as an archive version on Thursday for you to watch on demand whenever you want. If you prefer to listen to us rather than watch us, you can do that as well. We're also an audio podcast on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, Google Play, and Stitcher. And if you listen to us on any of those platforms, please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us because that'll help us with placement on those respective stores. Also, if you only want to watch like 1 or 2 bits from this show, you can do that as well. We also have Wulff Den Clips, where our good friend Eric Henley will take the best bits of the show and just put them in the little bite-sized chunks for you to watch on your lunch break.
Sometimes you don't got the time to watch a whole 2-hour podcast.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want the good bits, and then you go to Wulff Den Clips and watch it.
Yeah.
We got links to all that crap in the description, even to Spotify, because apparently we're hard to find on Spotify. If you, you just Google Wulff Den, but if you make it one word, it's not there, supposedly.
But it's never, our name has never been one word.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Also, Join the contest so you can win one of the best controllers for Smash Bros. On Switch. Go to twitch.tv/WulffDen and watch me tomorrow. I'll probably play Mario Maker, but I might play Smash Bros. Because I kind of want to try this controller. Thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you later. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.